Edison, one of New Jersey's most dynamic and diverse townships, stands at a defining crossroads. From overdevelopment and rising taxes to traffic, safety, and representation, local politics here reflect the larger story of America's changing suburbs. Today we are joined by 4 candidates running under the People's Choice 2025 ticket. David Tingle, candidate for mayor, a decorated U.S. Air Force Chief Master Sergeant and Edison Police Lieutenant. Elizabeth Conway, Edison Council member known for her work on sustainable development and community engagement. Samiksha Sharma, data analyst, yoga instructor and founder of Samaya, who's helped strengthen community participation and champion women's empowerment across Edison. We also have Gloria Dittman, former president of Edison Art Society and former CEO of Edison Chamber of Commerce, also 55-year Edison resident and mother of 2, also grandmother of 4. Together they are challenging the democratic establishment, including incumbent Mayor Sam Joshi. Let's explore their vision, their chances, and what it takes to shape Edison's future. Welcome to ITV Gold.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very excited. How excited are you guys, and what's the preparation looking like?
We're super excited, and we just want to thank you for inviting us here to get our message out to everyone. And our chances are great. Every day we're getting positive feedback and really interacting with the community and hearing what they need, and we're here to give it back to them.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to answer questions. We're a resident, just like they are. Our needs are their needs, and we need to share this and make Edison better for it.
What would you like to?
Edison deserves the best, and we are the best. B&E, best for the Edison. And we have been reaching out to the people. We are going door to door. We are knocking the doors. We are doing everything and anything just to make everybody's life safer and better. That's what our vision is right now for the Edison.
Mm-hmm.
Having lived here so long, we've really seen a lot of changes. And those changes need to be addressed. And I believe this is the team that can do it. Dave, with all his administrative background and his loyalty to Edison. Elizabeth, former teacher. Sammy, an all-around good person. And me, who love the arts. I think we could accomplish all of this and make Edison a shining star in New Jersey.
Absolutely. So starting with you, David, you've served in both the Air Force and the Edison Police Department. How will that discipline translate into political leadership?
That's a great question, and I think with my military background and my police officer, it really brings a strong sense of leadership, and I was taught how to work with a diverse community in very high stressful situations, both here in Edison and deployed overseas on numerous occasions. So I think that leadership is something that Edison needs, and just my overall experience with managing people is going to be great for our township.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, these are the questions anybody can jump in and answer. Edison's political landscape has long leaned Democratic with Sam Joshi's incumbency and strong party machinery. What makes you believe this ticket has a real path to victory in such a heavily Democratic town?
Well, my vision for the way we approach this in an effort to win this is the Democratic machine has been in place for so long that the only way to really break that is to have representation from all parties and unaffiliated in Edison. And there, the 100,000 people in Edison, the 60-something thousand that are registered to vote, only about 25,000 come out and vote. And we're trying to reach as many people as we can. And this fusion ticket of Democrats, Republicans, and me as an independent is a great way to give people a voice and something that they can believe in and say, hey, we have somebody that can represent us, and we have a real chance to break this machine and be represented.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to town council meetings for many years, and people know it. And many times they'll ask me, Elizabeth, ask this, because they're upset and they're concerned about the town. So I would be the intermediary besides the questions that I had to ask. And when Dave approached me to run with him, I felt, it's time. We need all these concerns taken care of. Let's do it.
I would say that I'm not here for any political agenda or anything. I'm here for serving the community, serving the people of the Edison. I am their voice. Their problem is my problem. And I will think or I will do from the perspective of the people rather than what the administration or what the government is saying. So I am their voice. And I also believe, like in the town council meetings, like I have been going with Elizabeth for a long now, it looks like all the heads are yes, but we need some voices more to be heard. We need the mix of the people, not only just the Democratic seats there. So that's also I'm stands for.
My concern is freedom of speech. The council presently has 4 minutes for each person to speak. Previously, last year, it was 6 minutes. And it is difficult for people who are not accustomed to speaking in front of a group to have their thoughts all collected. So I understand frustration. Unfortunately, they changed the 6 minutes to 4 minutes, and when you have a question, you get to ask it, but you may not always get an answer. If you get an answer that you have another question about, you do not have time to rebuttal. There is no give and take. It is one way and that's it. And that really isn't the American way.
Is there a voter bloc you feel that they are not heard, and how do you plan to mobilize them, like a community or a group of people or organization you feel they've been neglected long enough, and like you go and represent them and you talk for them, but do you feel there is somebody or some community which hasn't been represented well in Edison?
At this point in time, I want to go with the seniors because they don't come out necessarily at night. And they have concerns, and things are being pulled back. We used to have 2 community centers. We used to have a health center. And that's no longer. Woodbridge, all the way over on Woodbridge Avenue, the community center, that's a long way to go. I live off of Inman Avenue, and the people that live over there, it's far away. Whereas Minnie Beeville is only small in size compared to a 32 miles. And we're really not reaching out to that population.
Edison is now about 50% Asian with strong South Asian roots, from Oak Tree Road to cultural festivals. Do you believe this demographic shift is reflected in local government and politics?
I do believe that there is a good divide and a good mix that work in the township. I just would like to see the best qualified people, and if it doesn't matter to me what their nationality or origin is. If you're qualified to do the job, and that's who we want in the best positions. So, for example, like I want to get back as a police officer. We used to hire police officers and firefighters that lived in the town, that knew the town, they had connections to the town. That's what we want to bring back. We want people to actually care about our town, to work for our town. And as long as they're qualified and we're not paying two different people, one person that holds a position and then one person that holds a certification, because then the township residents are paying for the same thing twice.
How will you ensure that representation isn't symbolic but real in staffing, language access, and civic participation?
I think with the technology these days, with the AI, it's very easy for us to reach everybody, whether it's their language or just the accessibility. There's certain programs out there that we can just hit, and with the AI, it'll spit the information out almost immediately, and people can call in or text and just find out where they need to go and how to apply for certain things that they need.
I'm also on the Human Relations Commission in town, where we're constantly reaching out to different groups to have them come in and speak and give knowledge to share with the township. Right now, we're in the process, I asked last night at the meeting if we could televise more of the human relations conferences that we have, and they gave me the list of how we have to go about it. We had a terrific program back in the, I want to say February, and it was the Chinese culture. And they put on such a great program.
Wow.
But when the president of our commission requested to have Edison TV come, we were told no. And when I asked last night, how do we go about getting permission for Edison TV, I was just basically told, well, you have to apply and wait for your response. And so it's something we're going to have to work on.
And just to add on this topic, like reaching out to the different communities, we are trying it. We all together, like we have got a good support from the Filipino people. We were in the Chinese event festivals. We are in the Indian events. We were in the Pakistan Day parades. We are trying to target and we are trying to engage all the communities together at one platform. It's not about people. We are not dividing the people, like, you know, so we are trying to bring everybody together at one platform. And this team can do it, and I'm really proud of this team.
Do you guys have democratic friends? Do you guys agree to disagree? How does it go?
We are. We do.
Oh,
Yeah,
we have a
we
good
have-
mix then, of
Exactly.
course.
Yeah,
So
we-
that's what, I would like to add on this one.
Yes.
This is not about political agenda. This is about the people's choice. That's what the
Absolutely.
name come, people's choice. We are trying to bring all the goodness of everybody at one platform.
And I was part of the Edison Democratic Organization. I held the position. I was a sergeant at arms for years. My wife is still part of the Edison Democratic Organization. I was just hired at a backdoor deals and to select, like, the EDO, they vote, and the county will step in and just take over and appoint who they want. So I just really got fed up with the backdoor deals, and that's one of the reasons why we put this great team together. And we're going to represent everybody in town, and I stepped away from the Democratic Party and decided to go independent.
Very nice. You've spent decades, David, inside Edison's police and government systems, both criticized for favoritism and lack of transparency. Why should voters believe you are different from the very establishment you are now challenging?
It's another great question, and anybody that knows me knows that I'm a fair person. I've never turned my back on any of my friends, no matter what the situation is. And so many residents reach out to me, and even when I wasn't here and I was deployed or whatever, I was still able to reach back, and with the ties to the community and the people that work for the township, I was able to get things done for them. And we already talked about this. Our team is going to be transparent. I will attend the council meetings at least quarterly. We will have an open door policy. We will bring back the 6 minutes with a rebuttal, and I will make sure that my council answers questions the night of the questions.
And I just would like to add, when David first asked me to run with him, I knew of him, but I didn't know him. So the morning that we had to drive over to East Brunswick to hand in our petitions, I had them all to myself for like 45 minutes each way. And I must have asked him hundreds of questions. And by the time we got back, he looked at me and said, "Are you satisfied now?" He knew exactly what I was doing, but I felt more comfortable that I knew this gentleman is the right man for the job.
Thank you.
And when did you get that feeling?
But I originally was going to run for mayor.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I really believe in a two-party system. I also love Edison, and I wanted to make a difference. So when the primary numbers came out, they were kind of sad because there are so few Republicans in Edison. So I thought, you know, we got to do something. And that's when Dave and I got together. Many talks, because I wanted to make sure we were on the same page, that we felt dedicated to this, because this is a big commitment. This is like a marriage. You're working every day, you're not getting a lot of sleep, and you're calling everybody and their mother to try and get the vote out. And Dave convinced me that he really loved Edison. He has 2 kids. He's a family man. I raised my children here in Edison. I love the school system, excellent school system. And you know when you've talked to somebody for a while that you know where their heart is. And that sold me.
Wonderful. And when did you decide, Samiksha?
So my motto and my goal is always, as you know, even working with the Samaya, is just to help the community in any way it is possible. And I thought this is the best platform for me to serve the community. I was under the ticket with Gloria, and we got into it. And then Dave approached me, and then we had a meeting in a diner, and I have no idea what is going on, what is happening. And then he approached me, "Do you want to be part of our team?" And when I was talking to him, he seems very gentleman, very nice, very honest. And I also being very honest, and integrity is my always key when I do any work. So that's how I got, and I said, yeah, I would definitely love to serve the community, and that's how I just got a call. And then Scott was setting up a call, and he was like, I said, what is all this about it? I have no idea what is going on, but I know I'm there to help the community and come forward. So that was my goal always, and he liked it. So we just get along.
Have people from the Indian community reached out to you with their problems that, maybe you could do something about it or take it to
Yeah,
your
so
group?
when talking and when there are so many Indian communities, so many people, and we, just to tell you, we got tremendous support from the people all across. Dave is reaching out, and we are making waves with the social media, the number of the likes, number of the, views and the insights when we see, we are reaching out to not even the Edison, many, like you will say the Middlesex County, even the commissioner, the Anjan is working with me. So we have been reaching out, and I have been talking to the Indian community. The most important thing they feel right now is the public safety. They feel we are not safe as we were before. Yesterday also, even a month before in my neighborhood, a gold chain, mothers, like, your parents are coming, they are walking in the daytime, and their gold chain has been snatched from a mom. How will you feel like your parents are coming and visiting you?
Wow.
And this has been happening. And yesterday also, I think I saw in the Edison group, somebody, same incident, same exact incident is happening in the Edison. And you see like how, so this is the most important part for the Indian community right now. Also, there are many other things, but I will say this is the most important, public safety. Dave being police officer, he is in the military. He knows exactly what needs to be done. So that's why we are standing together, and we are getting waves of support from the people. And I'm really honored and proud of that the Edison people are coming up, speaking up, making, and so many people, not even those, there are so many people who are coming out and telling me the same thing, because their parents, their safety is priority.
So Edison is one of the most diverse towns in America, yet many immigrants and South Asians say they fear interacting with police. How will you, as both a law enforcement insider and a mayoral hopeful, rebuild that trust?
I will implore my officers to get out of their vehicles and walk the neighborhoods, introduce themselves to the community, and build that relationship. And that gets back to hiring people that are from our community, know our community, support our local businesses, and we just get back to the basics of policing. And we need to also get the community more involved with the community policing and the crime prevention, neighborhood watch. I think people are invested in their communities, and they want that. And last night we had a meet and greet, and there was an attempted home invasion, and she was really, really scared, and she has it on video. So this was about 2 weeks ago, and then she said, we decided to get an alarm in our house, and when we did that, we need to get a permit from the township. Well, my vision wouldn't be to have them pay to get their safety. I want to give them something back. So I think we waive those fees, and anybody that has a Ring doorbell, we have them sign up so the police can access it by going to their home and viewing it with them. But if we have a list of who has the Ring doorbells or any kind of security cameras. We can give them a little incentive back. Maybe it's $50 a year to help cover their
nice.
subscriptions or something. But I think that their community involvement, and if they feel like they're safe and they can get a little thing back and maybe help solve some crimes, that'd be a great initiative for our team.
I'd like to add to that. We have considered putting a real substation, police substation, up in the north end. Right now, the township has it's like a trailer.
Yes, it is.
I think it's kind of funny. But I would like to see a real building with real police officers in the building. And to add on to what Dave said, when you have police officers meeting and greeting with the residents, it brings the temperature of any situation way down, because now you know the person. Now you've talked to them. You know that they're going to be there for you. And that is a biggie on our agenda once we're in office.
Would you guys have a debate with the Sam Joshi party?
Of course we would. We've asked them since our campaign kicked off. We've been asking them. We haven't gotten any response yet, but we're still hopeful. We got a few weeks left. Maybe you can set that up for us. We'd be happy to debate as a
Do
team.
you have any message you can definitely tell them, what you would
Well,
like to
we would do it in the right way. Sam, we'd like you to come out and say what you have done, and then we would add what we would like to have done. It could be very amicable. A debate doesn't have to be nasty.
Absolutely.
But he can show what he's done and where he sees, and we can show where we want to go. But if he's not willing to come out, you can only see it one-sided. Not that we don't like it, but we were giving them a chance. We also invited Mikey Sherrill to come to our functions, and she hasn't responded either. So it's a little tough.
I think we ought to extend the invitation right here and now. Mayor Joshi, we welcome you to come and have a debate with us, either you and Dave or council members. However you want to do it, whenever you want to do it, we'll be there.
And I endorse on that one, whatever she is saying, but definitely the current administration has so much achievements. It will be glad to hear from both sides for the democracy, for the people of the Edison. They will have both the sides to listen, and it should be balanced out. All the voices should be heard before people make a decision.
I would just like to close by saying thank you for your time. We appreciate it. You helping us get our message out there. And vote for the people's choice. We are your people's voice also. Vote by mail already started, so please fill out your mail-in ballots. And early voting starts October 25th at Mini BVO, so go out and vote. Everyone's voice needs to be heard. Thank you.
I would just like to say thank you for inviting us, and what we are doing, reaching out to the people and letting them know who we are. You're giving us the benefit to reach out to even more people, and we appreciate it, and hopefully people will think and agree with what we're made of.
Absolutely.
I would say thank you. It was very nice meeting you. However, it is really, really important to vote on November 4th. Many, many people have given their lives or a limb so that we have that right. Please do not abuse it. Vote and vote and vote. November 4th.
Thank you, Nidhi, for your invitation. Thank you, ITV Gold. This is great for the community. You are giving both the candidates equal chance. And I strongly believe that everybody should exercise their vote, their rights to vote. So please go out and vote, Edison. And please make sure you're listening both sides before you make a decision. And if you agree with us, please agree on all the good works we have been doing. Please go out and vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your vision with us, and we look forward to voting for you guys.
Column B and column E.
Column
Thank you.
B and
Column
column
B
E.
and column E.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nidhi.